Today we're taking a look at Cardano's ADA Coin, performing some technical analysis and making some predictions on where we can expect to see Cardano go in the near future. Let's get into it. Welcome back into the Cardano chart, guys. If you'd like to buy Cardano or want some free Bitcoin, there are a couple of links down in the description of today's video. And as you can see, since the 18th of April, as expected, we stayed within our trading range. The bottom end of it being 81 cents and the top end of it being $1.01, so a 20-cent trading range. But unfortunately, we have kept moving towards the bottom of that range. And now we hit a low on the 26th of April, and that low was at 81 cents. So we've basically bounced off our key point of support. We're now currently sitting almost at 85 cents, so 84.95. So we really only bounced, in my opinion, due to the fact that we have hit that real critical point of support. I'm going to extend that one out, and I'm also going to extend out as well our area of resistance at $1.01, just so we can see exactly where we are. Now obviously we've still, gotten out of this overall long-term downtrend, which is positive, but we are moving downwards. Now the overall crypto market is moving downwards, but unfortunately I don't think ADA is doing too well in its own right. As you can see, we had some decent volume over the past few days. You saw a decline in it and then a spike. And the red day was unfortunately the day which we had the highest volume, but we have bounced back ever so slightly since, but it isn't looking too healthy as of yet. And the reason I say that is because our 20-day moving average has now crossed below our 50-day moving average, indicating that in the short term at least, we are now in officially another downtrend. So not looking too great from that perspective. Looking at the RSI, what we can see is that we have obviously continued our decline since that overbought range, moving down to, on the 26th of April, that big red day, 32.95. A bounce obviously has resulted us in going up slightly to 36.94, but we are still trending sort of towards that oversold range. When we do get there, that's sort of when we're expecting a reversal to occur, or if for whatever reason something pumps, such as Bitcoin, it'll bring the rest of the market up with it. If we were to start moving upwards, this 20-day moving average and of course this 50-day moving average will act as major points of resistance. You can see there were multiple attempts over this period here where we tried to break back through that 50-day moving average, but it's just not been able to do it, unfortunately. Let's have a quick look at the MACD now as well. MACD was showing that obviously we peaked over here on the 12th and things were moving down slowly. We had another little bit of a peak, but now we're moving back down again as well. The 12-day and the 26-day EMA are moving parallel. That means a cross, if it does occur, is likely going to be shallow. So unfortunately, we're not going to see a big reversal in the direction of the price if Cardano just plays out on its own and some external factor like a Bitcoin pump does not come in to influence it. I think best case scenario, when we do see a cross, I'm expecting a test of that $1.01 mark. So really we got to see what happens. Now let's talk worst case scenario, because it's looking like we are heading in a downwards direction once again, unfortunately. Where could we potentially end up if we drop below this 81-cent point of resistance? Well, let's look back historically and see where support is. We have to go all the way back over here to February of 2021, which is pretty scary actually when you think about it. Zooming out, you can see there's not much price action previously, so we've got to take what we can with, I suppose, as much of a grain of salt as we can as well. We got to use what we've got, basically, is what I'm trying to say. 68 cents, in my opinion, appears to be the right range. And the reason I'm saying that is because there was a bounce off that point previously. It has also acted as a point for a major breakout in the past, only a week about prior to that, and has acted as a bit of a resistance point as well in the lead up to that run. So 68 cents, in my opinion, is sort of worst case scenario if we breach our 81 cent mark. Hopefully, of course, we do see a reversal, but overall things aren't looking too great at the moment for Cardano. I think best case for us at the moment would be to continue our trend within this, I suppose, horizontal channel that we're seeing. That's best case scenario, but what I'm expecting to see is unfortunately a dip straight down to where we have our next point of support. That wraps up today's analysis, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section below. Of course, if you did enjoy today's video, make sure you do leave a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of this sort of content, hit subscribe and turn on those bell notifications. I'll leave it there for today, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Cheers.